Walking into your family's house only to see Taehyung standing there holding little Jia in his arms with your sister Jiwoo beside him, smiling like a perfect family. You remember how your heart felt like it stopped beating. Taehyung, you had whispered in shock and Jiwoo had run to hug you laughing happily. Onne, you are finally back. Meet my husband Taehyung and this is our daughter Jia. You smiled even though every piece of your heart was shattering beyond repair. The way she had said husband as if it was the most natural thing in the world made your heart squeeze painfully in your chest. You had forced a smile that cost you everything, a smile you wore even as your soul cracked inside. Hi Theon. You had managed to whisper, swallowing the lump in your throat, praying to any god that he wouldn't see the pain in your eyes, and he, Taeyang, had just stood there looking at you with unreadable eyes. His expression was calm, but there was a flicker of something you couldn't quite place. Anger, pain, regret, but before you could understand it, Jiwoo had pulled you forward, introducing you to Jia like nothing was wrong, like you hadn't just walked in on the man you loved now being married to your sister. Jia baby, this is your auntie Bayan. Say hi. The little girl had waved at you with a sweet smile, innocent and pure. You had crouched down to her level, forcing that smile to stay on your face. Hi Jia, you are beautiful. You whispered, trying so hard to keep your tears at bay, but inside you were dying, completely and utterly destroyed. Sitting in your room, hugging yourself tightly, the memory wouldn't stop playing like a broken record. Your chest acted as if the moment was fresh again. Why did I leave? Why did I choose my dreams over him? Why did I think he would wait forever? I told him to move on, but I didn't thought he would move on this fast. You whispered to yourself through tears. You could still hear the young voice from 7 years ago begging you to stay standing in the rain, soaked and heartbroken, while you walked away, too blinded by ambition to see his pain. And now, as karma would have it, he was no longer yours. And now I am his wife, but not the wife he wanted. You choked out, voice breaking. I am just a replacement. The tears wouldn't stop. No matter how much you tried to swallow them back, they poured out as if your heart itself was bleeding. You hugged your knees tighter, trying to silence the cries that tore from your throat. I smile in front of him, in front of Gia, but God knows how much I'm breaking every single day. You press your hand to your mouth to stifle the sobs, but the pain was too much to contain. And the worst part, you knew you still loved him. You never stopped. Now, sitting alone in that room, you left the painful truth settle in again. He's not mine, not anymore. You whispered with a broken voice. I left him. I told him to move on. And now that he did, why does it hurt so much to see him loving someone else? You hugged yourself tighter, more tears spilling. But why? Why does my heart still beat for him? Why do I still love him even after all these years? The sun rose gently, casting soft rays of light into the grand mansion, but for you everything felt heavy. Your heart was still aching from everything you had heard and remembered last night. The memories, the heartbreak, and Taehyung's quiet confession to Jiwoo's picture kept replying in your mind like a cruel reminder that you were nothing more than a replacement in this house. You adjusted your expression as you stepped out of your room, forcing a natural face, though your eyes still carried the shadow of tears you had shed the night before. You headed straight to Jia's room, knocking softly before opening the door to see her sitting on the bed, rubbing her sleepy eyes. Good morning, Jia baby. You greeted her with a soft and sweet smile, trying to gather all the strength to be the same loving person to her. Jia beamed when she saw you, immediately throwing her little arms around your neck. Good morning, mommy. She chirped the word mommy, stabbing your heart, but you managed to hug her tightly, brushing her hair gently. Did my little princess sleep well? You asked, pulling her onto your lap as you sat on her bed. Yes, but I missed you. Why didn't you come last night for bedtime stories? She pouted, making you feel guilty. I'm so sorry, baby. I was just a little tired, but tonight I'll read you two stories, okay? You smiled softly, placing a kiss on her forehead. As you dressed Jia and walked her to the breakfast table, your heart sank when you saw Taehyung already sitting there scrolling through his phone, a cup of coffee in front of him. He looked up as soon as he heard your footsteps, eyes automatically seeking yours, but you avoided his gaze, focusing only on Jia. Good morning, Taehyung. You said curtly, not even glancing at him, using formal language that made his brow furrow in confusion. Morning, he muttered, staring at you as if trying to figure out what had happened overnight. Mommy, can I have pancakes today? Gia asked, excitedly climbing into her chair. Of course, sweetheart, I'll make them right now. You smiled warmly at Gia, ruffling her hair, but not even sparing Taehyung a look. Taehyung watched all of this with sharp eyes, confusion acted all over his face. Normally, you would greet him with a soft good morning or at least a polite smile, but today nothing. You were cold, distant, as if a wall had suddenly appeared between you both. When you turned to go to the kitchen, Taehyung spoke up, voice firm but unsure. Ryan, are you okay? You paused your back to him, swallowing hard before replying. I'm fine, you said shortly. Your voice was cold with no warmth in them. Taehyung frowned deeper, his jaw clenching slightly. You sure? You don't seem fine. You turned slightly, giving a polite but forced smile. I'm just tired. I'll get Gia's pancakes. And with that, you walked away, leaving him staring after you, a flicker of frustration and confusion in his dark eyes. You stood by the counter trying to focus on making pancakes as your hands trembled slightly. You tried to keep your mind busy mixing the batter, flipping pancakes, but you could still feel the young gaze burning into your back from the dining table. Why is he even watching me like that now? You whispered to yourself, trying to blink away the tears threatening to return. Ryan, you flinched when you heard Terence was suddenly behind you. You didn't even realize when he walked into the kitchen. Do you need anything, Taehyung? You asked without turning around, keeping your voice formal and distant. Taehyung's eyes darkened at the way you addressed him, Taehyung. Since when did I become just Taehyung to you? He asked quietly, but there was a hint of hurt in his tone. You didn't answer, focusing on placing pancakes on a plate for Gia. Ryan, he called your name again, more firmly this time. Talk to me. You took a deep breath, blustering a fake smile when you turned around holding Gia's pancake. I need to give this to Gia. Please excuse me. And you walked past him, not looking back, while the young stood there, clenching his fist, glaring at your retreating figure. What the hell happened to you overnight? He muttered under his breath, frustration filling his chest as he ran his hand through his hair.